Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Nugroho. I am a English education student of Universitas Negeri Semarang. Here I'm presenting the result of my research entitled Meanings and Moral Value in the Croods, a New Age movie, and its implication to the students' character buildings. In this presentation, the content is divided into 5 chapters. Chapter 1, present introduction, which contain of background, reason of choosing the topic, and research question. Chapter 2, present literature review, which contain of previous studies and theoretical reviews. Chapter 3, present methodology, which contain of research design, object of the study, procedure of collecting and analyzing the data. And then chapter 4, contain with findings and discussion, whereas chapter 5, contain with conclusion and suggestion. Movie is not only entertaining but also filled with many lessons. One of them is teaching moral value. Moral value in movie may be recognized with appraisal system, which later on can be used to teach character building. The reason why this topic is chosen because the researcher finds the importance of building the student's character by using fun and engaging media such as movie. The researcher also wants to know how the movies The Croods, a New Age, delivers moral value by using appraisal system to perceive the feelings, attitudes, and valuation. Based on the statement before, I formulated 2 research questions. First, how is the distribution of attitude domain in the Croods, a New Age movie based on appraisal theory? Second, how does the movie The Croods, a New Age deliver the moral value through the main character's conversation with other character in the movie? From all of the researches that I collected, I underline 3 relating statements by researchers. First is Hidayati in 2017. She stated that a movie script writer should always be aware of appropriate use of appraisal device so that he or she may be successful in negotiating his or her meanings realized in the movie with the audiences. And then Fang in 2016 stated that this study might stimulate further thinking about the construction of positive social value in entertainment programs from the perspective of discourse analysis, cultural studies, and audiences research. And then by Fitriati, Rahimi, and Sutopo in 2019, teachers need to introduce the student about the appraising items, how the words can help them to express their emotion and judgment towards other people or things by doing situated practices inside or outside the classroom in order to train their interpersonal communication. System Functional Linguistic, or SFL, is a detailed functional grammar of modern English extended by Michael Halliday in 1994, in which it concerned with how simultaneously strands of meaning are expressed in clause structure. Halliday developed a theory that introduced and explored the grammar of the metafunction and the relation of language to context. He analyzed lexicogrammar into 3 broad metafunctions. Those are additional, interpersonal, and textual. According to him, additional metafunction use language to represent experience, whereas interpersonal use language to encipher interaction. Then textual metafunction uses language to arrange our experimental and interpersonal meaning into coherent spoken and written text. Appraisal theory is a development of linguistic in the interpersonal meaning of functional grammar. It realizes variation in the way of social interaction enacted in the text. Appraisal is divided into three domains, which is attitude, engagement, and graduation. In this research, I only use attitude to analyze the subject. Attitude is concerned with our feelings, which divided into three types. The first is affect. Affect is concerned with interpreting emotional reaction, and then there's judgment, which is attitudinal evaluation in which human behavior is assessed by reference to some social norms. And then there is appreciation, which is concerned with positive or negative assessment of the form, appearance, construction, presentation, or impact that belong to object, human artifacts, or entities. After analyzing the movie with appraisal system, the result of the analysis will be related to moral value. Here I use moral value theory by Linda Eyre and Richard Eyre in 1993. According to them, moral value is divided into two types. First is value of beings and value of giving. Value of beings contain with honesty, courage, piece of ability, self-confident and potential, self-disciplined and moderation, and fidelity and chastity. Whereas value of givings contain with loyalty and dependability, respect, love and affection, unselfishness and sensitivity, kindness and friendliness, and justice and mercy. Then movie. According to Hornby in 2005, he explained that a movie is a series of moving pictures recorded with a sound that tells a story shown on television or at the cinema or theater. And according to Bordwell and his friend, in 2017, they stated that film communicates information and ideas, and it shows the audience places and ways of life that they may not know. They further explain that films offers the audience a way of seeing and feeling that we find deeply gratifying. In this research, I use animation movie released in 2020 entitled The Croods, A New Age. In this movie, the movie is telling the story of prehistorical family who survive from predators that consider them as a prey. And along the movie, the character show their affection to their family and the bond that they're creating, and emphasize the sense of family. as the theory that is shown in a theoretical framework, it can be seen that appraisal system is derived from interpersonal meaning, which is one of the meta function of systemic functional grammar. Appraisal system contained with three domains, which is engagement, attitude, and graduation. And in this research, I only focus in attitude analysis, which contain with affect, judgment, and appreciation. I use attitude analysis to analyze the movie script of the Croods A New Age, which later on the result of the analysis will be related to moral value. Then, in chapter 3, the research design that is used is qualitative descriptive analysis, which is focused on document analysis and note-taking. And then the object of the study is taken from the movie script of the Croods A New Age, which focus on the utterances produced by Eve, who is the main character of the movie, with her interlocutor. In procedure of collecting and analyzing data consists of several steps. First is assessing and finding the data, which is the movie script of the Croods A New Age, in the internet, and then the researcher downloading the script. Later on, the researcher sorting the data by choosing the utterances that is produced by Eve and her interlocutor. And then in reducing data, she analyzing the utterances according to affect, judgment, and appreciation in attitude analysis. Afterward, she calculate the amount of affect, judgment, and appreciation that can be found in the utterances. Afterward, I interpreting the analysis by giving the example of the interpretation of the analysis. And then in data trustworthiness, I use theoretical triangulation, which is the combination of two theories of appraisal system by Martin and White in 2005, and the theory of moral values proposed by Linda Eyre and Richard Eyre, released in 1993. Based on the table, appreciation dominantly appeared by 52. Based on the table, appreciation appeared dominantly by 54, followed by affect 48 and judgment 45, which total is 147. Here is the table of the distribution of affects, which dominated by security, which is appeared 20 times, and then here is the distribution of judgment, which is dominated by capacity, positive capacity, by 10, and in distribution of appreciation, it is dominated by positive reaction by 29 times appears. The result indicated that appreciation dominantly appeared in the selected utterances by 36.7%, while affect was in 32.7%, and the judgment was appeared the least by 30.6%. Research finding that is dominated by appreciation is also discovered by Ghazani and Safwan in 2017. They did research in 6 student speeches that enrolled in ESA week speech competition in academic year of 2016 and 2017. Ghazani and Safwan and the researcher not only share the similar of appreciation as the dominant subtype in their finding, but our data also similarly derive from spoken text. Ghazani and Safwan collected their data from speeches, while my research collected from utterances that was derived from the conversation by Eve and her interlocutor in the movie The Croods, A New Age. This finding share the similar understanding with Halliday's statement. Halliday in 1985 defined spoken language or spoken mode as non-essential features writing characteristic which is easier to produce. It was labeled as spontaneous conversation. Moreover, he conceptually argued that spoken is classified to speech, conversation, or dialogue that brings out the essential different from written form. Distribution of moral value. I found the values in the utterances is honesty, courage, peaceability, self-confidence and potential, loyalty and dependability, respect, love and affection, unselfishness and sensitivity, and then kindness and friendliness. In this research, which is also analyzed the moral value reflected in the selected utterances through appraisal system, and then categorized with Linda Eyre and Richard Eyre's theory of moral value, released in 1993. The finding is dominated with the value of honesty by 34.04%, which is deliver the message how one's show and stand for their truth no matter how different it can be compared to others. The researcher, I also found studies that analyze moral value by using expert theory without analyzing the appraisal that consists in their subject. Effendi, Nurjani, and Suleiman in 2018 found that value of honesty and loyalty are the most dominant value in Hacksaw Ridge movie. The moral value that is found in the analysis of the Croods, A New Age movie, which is contained with honesty, courage, peaceability, self-confidence and potential, loyalty and dependability, respect, love and affection, unselfishness and sensitivity, and kindness and friendliness, is a proof that the movie can be used to teach character building for students. Based on the careful analysis that I held, I found that attitude domain of appraisal analysis is realized in the movie The Croods: A New Age. The analysis was conducted by addressing the type of attitude domains, which is affect, judgment, and appreciation, and their polarity, which define positive or negative of the type. And then the findings showed that positive reaction of appreciation dominantly appeared in the chosen utterances. Then the finding of attitude analysis was integrated with moral value analysis using the theory by Linda and Richard Airy, released in 1993. The analysis resulted that the value of honesty was found abundantly compared to the other values. According to White, 2001, appreciation values the ideas of aesthetic which concern with positive or negative evaluation of the norm, appearance, construction, presentation, or impact of object and entities. Therefore, the statement above denote that the character of the movies The Croods: A New Age are honestly expressing their evaluation towards object of or entities around them. Based on the chapter 4, it can be concluded that the utterances were selected based on the conversation conducted by Eve and her interlocutors, generate appreciation as the main device, then followed by effect, and then judgment. It denotes that the character in the selected utterances are made as opinionative people who express their evaluation towards things. The evaluation is dominantly delivered as positive reaction towards things, which is indicate their fondness towards object that they evaluate. Moral value in the utterances reflected through the value of honesty, courage, peaceability, self-confidence and potential, loyalty and dependability, respect, love and affection, unselfishness and sensitivity, and then lastly, kindness and friendliness. It is dominated by the value of honesty that can relate to the attitude analysis, especially the judgment domain. The value of honesty reflects on how each individual or character in the movie express their perspective or opinion based on their truth. Moreover, being honest to oneself and others can evoke the feeling of openness towards each other, which generate the feeling of closeness. Even if the truth sometimes can be hurt, though it can also be used as self-reflection to improve oneself. The analysis of moral value in the movie The Croods: A New Age can also be used to represent good character in the students. Therefore, this movie can be used to educate good characters to the students so that they can build or improve their qualities and become the best version of themselves. Based on the long and careful analysis, I propose suggestion for students and for the researchers who have interest in conducting the similar research. For students, understanding appraisal device is not only advancing vocabulary, but it is also helps students to understand the utility and placement of the words according to the topic of the statement of the sentences that encountered or met, which improve their linguistic awareness. And for the further researchers, I suggest that the forthcoming researchers increase the analysis of appraisal theory in movie and broadened the analysis not only in attitude analysis but also in engagement and graduation. That's all for the presentation. I hope that this presentation can be beneficial, and thank you and have a good day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.